Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum said on Wednesday's episode of The Late Late Show with James Corden that they first met each other when they were each called into the principal's office because their preschool-age children were fighting. "We have two very, very strong-willed little girls that, you know, at that very young age were very much butting heads," said Channing, 41, who stars with Sandra in the new movie The Lost City. "We'd get calls and it'd be please let it be Everly, Channing's daughter," said Sandra, 57, who wore a black pantsuit with cut-out shoulders and a crystal seam. "Please let it be Layla, Sandra's daughter," Channing said. Of all the people to fight with their daughter, James asked them if they both really got called into the principal's office together. "Yeah, they just wanted to know how we can work this out," Sandra said. "Do you remember there was a day they had an altercation and I said do I need to call Channing or Jenna, Dewan, what do I need to do, and they said no, we are just going to give them a task, a challenge, and the challenge was who can be the nicest to the other one. So they were bringing each other little Dixie cups of water. I don't know where they would have learned this competitiveness at all," Channing said. "Really?" James said. "Sandra, you said that you think that you and Channing were separated at birth. What do you mean by this?" "It's hard," Sandra said. "It's a chemical brain thing where there is just a level of stupidity that we feel comfortable with. It's complicated," Channing said. "If I said something incredibly dumb and then we both sort of locked eyes and were like, I know, right? We are both very stupid." Sandra and Channing both laughed. "We go to the lowest common denominator and we feel right at home there," Sandra said. James asked them if they had met before the principal's office or did they both pretend to not be huge movie stars. Channing said he thought that he had seen Sandra one time in passing at the Academy Awards. "I was like oh my god Terry's Sandra Bullock," Channing said. "And I saw him in Magic Mike," Sandra said. "You didn't go oh my god?" Channing asked. "Oh, I went oh my god, but it was in a different way," Sandra said. Channing covered his eyes with his hand and laughed. Sandra reenacted how she had to twist in her seat when she saw him in the male stripper movie. "The ladies know, you sort of twist on your seat and you're like no stop," Sandra said. "Because it's just too much coming at you all at once." James said they were looking at peak Tatum physique. "We embraced backstage and I felt like I was hugging a tree," James said. James asked him what he had been doing. "I'm in heavy rehearsals for Magic Mike 3 right now," Channing said. "I'm basically just moving around a small body all day. My choreographer Allison Falk. She's tiny but she is mighty and I'm basically just holding her and carrying her around as training. That's really disciplined," Sandra said. "He did the same thing for our film. He has incredible willpower. That's just fear and ego because you have to be butt naked on screen," Channing said. "I don't have to be butt naked on screen," Sandra said. "But that's because you produced and wrote this thing," Channing said. "That's correct," Sandra said. James said he heard that Channing had an interesting nickname and asked him if he would share it with the group. "Yes, my mom called me Cannibal," Channing said. Animal kind of became it because I kind of tore everything up, climbed everything and ate everything. Do you need me to be here? Sandra asked. Because there is an intense gaze that's happening. Sandra then switched seats with Channing so he and James could gaze at each other up close. Channing then adjusted James' tie and told him that he looked beautiful. I'm so used to this, Sandra said. This so doesn't bother me. Can you hear a weird noise? James asked Channing. James asked them to switch back their seats and for Sandra to explain to the audience the plot of their new movie The Lost City. Sandra said that it was a film about two polar opposites who are thrown together on an action adventure. It's about falling in love with your life again even if it's a chapter in starting over, Sandra said. James said the film was originally called The Lost City of D and then asked what happened to the D. I have no problem with D, Sandra said. So why did we get rid of the D? James asked. I personally signed up to do The Lost City of D and when they lost it I was upset, Channing said. I mean it's not gone, it's in the movie, Sandra said. There is plenty of D in the movie, that's a fact, James said. The movie is just D, 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 D. James asked about them filming together and how they bonded. I had to walk in on the second day to a brand new cast and say hi, my name is Channing and you'll be getting naked today, Channing said. Channing said he got out of the water on the second day of filming and had a massive amount of leeches on this buttock, which she has to remove because they are drinking my butt like a Jamba Juice, Channing said. James then played a clip from the movie. He then asked Channing how he was feeling about being back in his Magic Mike character. It's a little scary because I didn't plan on making a third one, Channing said. We went and made these live shows and just kind of reinvented what it can be. We learned a ton and then ultimately we were like already let's strap it up one more time. Channing said they decided if they were going to do it that it would be really big and leave it all out there. James asked Sandra if she had been to a Magic Mike show. No, but I found a Thunder Down Under in Japan, Sandra said. We were doing a press tour, Hugh Grant said we are going to go out and see a show and it ended up being like a fully nude men's strip show for men. And I didn't know it and I was upset so I said well I'm going to get him back. I happened to find a Thunder Down Under in Japan. I took him and I thought they would be all about me but they didn't care that I was there either. It was all about Hugh Grant. Sandra told James that she had seen the Magic Mike's movies and had a signed poster from Channing in her office. That is so not true, Channing said. James asked Channing when he knew he was a really good dancer. It was survival, Channing said. I was a tall skinny white kid from Florida and I couldn't dance with any of the Spanish girls at the quinceañeras. James asked him if he ever felt pressure about dancing. When I did step up that was absolutely the case, Channing said. If you play Maria Maria watch what happens, Sandra said. The band started playing the Santana song and then Channing grabbed Sandra to dance. When she wouldn't get up, he gave her an impromptu lap dance instead. James asked Sandra what her go-to dance move was. She said she was shy unless she had a couple tequilas and it was dark, and then said she backed it up.